First preseason game in the books. Let's do a 53-man roster projection. Let's go, baby. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. One preseason game in the books. 2 more to go. And remember, there's only one big cut day, which kind of sucks, but we're going to do our 53-man roster projection. So put comments what you would have done different, who's going to stay, who's going to go.
Hell yeah. It's a great time to do a roster projection. We saw a lot of these depth chart guys go out there, battle it out. Now we have opinions forming on every member of this team from the top to the bottom. So we're talking about the 52 who are going to make this squad.
52 or 53?
53, I said.
Oh, God, he had me scared. All right, let's start with the quarterback position. We jumped off the Jaron Hall train real quick.
There's no reason to keep him active. I don't think you have to. You can get him to the practice squad. No one's going to come claim Jaron Hall. Every team has their own Jaron Hall version. We saw the Seahawks version of him last night, held to a Hall floor, whatever the hell his name was. Everybody's got their guy that they want to groom. No one's going to claim Jaron Hall. He's safe. You can get him on the practice squad.
Yeah, but we also have to admit that 2 weeks ago we thought this guy was pretty damn good. He's going to be on the roster. There's no way he gets cut. So Jaron Hall, I mean, he was the 12th quarterback taken. He's I think he's still got a chance to maybe be a pretty good backup. Maybe he starts in a pinch, but yeah, he's a guy that could easily be on the practice squad.
I'm not writing him off. I mean, his future is fine. This year he's a practice squatter. We once were blind, but now we see the truth.
Now we see. Let's go to the running back position again. The same.
Yeah, I was out here spouting with Dwayne McBride being this workhorse guy who's going to have a great preseason. He ran scared last night. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready to contribute this year. He needs to be on the practice squad. Get himself toughened up a little bit. He just really disappointed me last night.
I don't think it's just on last night. I mean, I haven't been on the McBride train a ton. I think he could have had a pretty decent game, and he still probably is practice squad material. Running backs like this. I mean, look what Abram Smith did yesterday. I mean, a guy we just picked up off the street from the XFL. He was just as good as him. You can get running backs anywhere. McBride, practice squad, and you know what? Maybe he's the next Alexander Madison. We'll see, but he's not ready.
I don't even know what he is, but get him on practice squad.
You can't jump up. You can't go from loving him so much to all of a sudden just being completely off of him.
I don't know if I've ever had a bigger turn on a player in a shorter amount of time than I have on Dwayne McBride.
Your expectations were very, very high for him.
They were. He just seemed like a perfect backup to Madison. But watching him last night, ugh.
All right, well, we're pretty much spot on so far as exactly the same. Let's go to wide receiver where it is again the exact same.
I'll let you walk. He can start this one.
I mean, I think Rager, we said it in the video earlier. The most I was surprised about Rager was not only his play, but just he knew it, like he's been in the offense. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Last year, he's running the wrong ass routes. Yesterday, he's telling the guys where to line up. He's helping them out. And he had a good game. And the team gave up some high quality draft picks for him. So he made them look better yesterday. So I think he's going to make it. Brandon Powell is too damn electric, too elusive. Love him. The only thing with this was N'Keal Harry. I still think he's got a shot. Yeah. Every time they throw him the ball, practice, whatever, he's making beautiful catches. So I still think he could be a sneaky play. But I'm pretty sold on this group.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Brandon Powell looks so damn good. He mentioned he looks electric out there. Jalen Reagor, we've ragged on him plenty. And he had a great game last night. We got to give the guy props. Got to give him props. And I think you're right. I mean, Thayer Thomas isn't quite ready yet, and he had the bad muff pump. Tristan Jackson might be. We don't know how that injury is going to progress. And the rest of the depth chart, I mean, those are practice squad guys at best. So N'Keal Harry is the other guy. If they decide to keep somebody with size or they want to keep 7, which I don't know if they'll do, N'Keal Harry is the one guy I think with the out guys that actually has a shot to still make this roster.
Well, and the other thing is Jalen Naylor, he's got to get his ass out there, what that injury is. And Brandon Powell could still be, I wouldn't say a surprise cut, but a cut that kind of raises eyebrows because if they keep Rager, I would assume he's going to be the punt returner.
Well, I mean, Powell could still be the punt returner, but
I'm saying, yeah, but I'm just.
I mean, and they're very similar. They're very similar.
Tight ends, this is where it changes up. Lupagus keeping Nick Muse, which is valid. I don't argue this. I had other positions I needed to keep other guys.
I mean, one takeaway from the game last night, I don't think we really talked about much, was the Vikings were running the ball a lot, and that's probably just to get the preseason game moving faster. But they really did seem committed to putting the ball on the ground. They had multiple tight ends out there. And Nick Muse, I mean, he had a beautiful catch. I think he had another catch later. Maybe he ended up for 3 for 8 with a touchdown, whatever it was. Nick Muse has a little something to him, a little juice to him, a little swagger to him. I like him, and I think they could really keep 4 here. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah, Muse is all about his athleticism. He's a pass catcher who's a decent blocker, but I can't argue this. I just got to say, Josh Oliver, this dude is going to up Alexander Madison's average per carry by like a half a yard. He is a monster. He is going to be such a damn good free agent signing. We're going to be talking about him throughout the year, how much of a steal we got on this guy. I don't care if he has 5 catches the entire year. He is a monster.
Yeah, and let's just hope the Vikings, and KOC can stay committed to the run game. You got these beasts on the end opening up holes. Hopefully he can actually call those run plays over and over again and wear teams down.
All right, let's go to the offensive line.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a full disclosure here. I cheated. But if we're going to project to the future, I said screw it. After what I saw last night, this O-line struggling. Dalton Reisner, I'm going to include him on this 53. I don't give a shit if it's legal or not. I'm doing it. Vikings got it. The depth is so bad. The depth is so bad in this O-line. It was just clear as day. Our twos are okay, but when you start getting a little bit deeper, if there's injuries, we are in some serious trouble. So I did it, and I know it's illegal, but I put Dalton Reisner on this roster.
Yeah, it's very lame, very lame. We're projecting the roster as is. I mean, I guess like next time I'll put Jadeveon Clowney on there.
Hey, you can put Kareem Hunt on there if you want.
A couple other cornerbacks on there. We'll go to fantasy land. I stuck to the guys who are actually on the roster. Would we all love Dalton Reisner? Damn right we would, but he's not on the team, not yet. So other than that, we're pretty close. I had him keeping Vidarian low and also somebody else.
Chris Reed. You got Chris Reed on there.
Chris Reed, if he's healthy, I think he's on it. Mostly just because we saw what our second, third, fourth string offensive line was. Chris Reed, while not great, he's better than that. So we need something. So that's the only reason he makes it. Josh Sokol was a close one for me, but other than that, these were pretty damn easy.
Yeah, I was hoping to see more of Alan Ali, and there's still 2 games left where he can make an impression. But the first taste was not good. Oli Udo last night, I thought, kind of struggled too. I wasn't. He
did, and Ali, I think, might have had the most snaps on the offensive line. He was out there early, and he played a ton. Yeah, he just didn't play overly great.
No, I remember him having a penalty or 2. So, we'll see. But I just thought after seeing this last night, the Vikings have to do something. They need to call Dalton Reisner, get his ass in here, get him on this team, improve this depth on this whole line.
Yeah, our next 53, I'm going to have Steve Hutchinson come out of retirement because I want him to be. I want to be.
It's not like we had him in for a visit. It's not like it's that far out. I'm just grabbing a random guy. He was here. He cock teased us. It wasn't like this is out of the blue.
You cheated. We all want it to happen. It's fine. It's fine.
It's a projection.
We're fine with it.
How many guys did we add in last year? We added Rager and Blacklock before the frickin' final cuts were done. We made moves. I'm projecting the move that we're going to make. I think it's fair.
I know, but before that, we never projected Jalen Rager on our 53. That's the issue.
But, we had 2 guys who weren't on the team that made the team. So I don't think
sounds like you're pretty defensive. We're going to leave it here.
I'm just explaining my reasoning, my rationale.
Nobody's going to argue this. Everybody wants Dalton Reisner. You're fine. Defensive line, pretty much the same, but you know what? I got rid of Atamuel. If you can't tackle Drew Lock when you have him pretty much one-on-one, I don't want you on this team. Practice squad, have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those guys is going to be the man out. And, I got to give Ross Blacklock some props. He actually showed a little fire last night, made some plays, which is good to see. Atamuel, I just, it's their, I should say Bullard's their guy too. So they got to make a choice between somebody here. I went with the younger guy this time over Bullard. It could definitely go the way you have it.
There.
Jadeveon Clowney.
All right. I didn't know this was allowed, so I just signed Jadeveon Clowney to our team.
Nice.
I can't wait to see what he brings to the table.
Good deal.
Let's go to linebackers, and we're pretty close on this one. Little off. So the starters are fine. Then Luigi Villain wasn't on our last 53. The dude ripped shit up so bad. Ivan Pace. The only difference is you kept Troy Dye. I actually did keep DJ freaking Wanham. Troy Dye. And I'm going to be able to answer this a little bit later. And I know you got the same guy, but special teams, I think we're going to be covered. Troy Dye is the special teamer.
Yeah, and you heard some good stuff from camp a couple practices ago about him. I know he had one really bad play last night. I can't remember what that was. I think some blown coverage or something.
Yeah, he got smoked.
Yeah, I mean, Wanham's definitely it's definitely tossed up between those two. I think they will end up keeping what's the total number here, 8. And yeah, Dye, Wanham. I still think Andre Carter is a wild card to sneak on this thing. Quenku had a rough game, 2 penalties on special teams, really put a sour note on him. And Troy Reeder, I mean, you hear nothing about him in camp, and he didn't really do anything last night to stand out.
I actually had Reeder above Troy Dye. He was going to make it before Troy Dye. So Reeder, Peter.
Pumpkin eater.
Let's go to the cornerbacks. And we are the same, except I got Jay Ward as a corner. Spoiler alert, you have him as a safety.
Yeah, I mean, that's how he's listed on the unofficial depth chart. So, whatever, either way, yeah, I mean, Joel Williams had a good game last night, had some beautiful plays. He played a lot. Andrew Booth Jr. is ass, but I think the Vikings are going to give him one more year. They're not going to cut him yet. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's probably a 15% chance they actually make a hard cut there. Tay Gowan, where was he last night? A guy who has been kind of talk of camp. I don't remember even hearing him mentioned once last night.
Yeah, and Najee Thompson, got to mention him. I mean, the special teams monster, and that's exactly what he would be playing, special teams. And I think if they have to get rid of another offensive lineman, another defensive lineman, linebacker, whoever it is, just to keep Najee Thompson, if he continues this up, it's well worth it. If this guy saves you 20 yards, 15 yards by getting down there and doing what he did yesterday on a punt, that's worth a roster spot every day of the freaking week. And with Andrew Booth, I hate to say it, I don't want anyone to get, I mean, he's going to get injured. I hope he ends up on IR or something. They can't just flat out cut him yet. Something needs to happen. It's just too soon. But if they did cut him, I got to be honest, I wouldn't give a shit.
No, I wouldn't either.
Well,
Jalen Williams, the guy we both have out, practice squatter to me, but the dude's shown a little bit. And we've heard some stuff about him in some camp practices. And last night with the interception, Jalen Williams is one to watch.
Yes. So cornerbacks, wham, bam. And we're going to – so here we go. Safeties. You can't really argue this. There's not going to be any shocking cuts here.
No, I don't think so.
Words.
I mean, the only question is really, I mean, the depth, and I think it's going to be Bynum, Harrison Smith starting, Lewisine, Josh. I mean, hell, Metellus might be ahead of Scene at this point on the depth chart.
Yeah, my hope for Scene is they just, at least if he's not ready this year, Brian Flores schemes up some crazy shit out there when he wasn't shy to have 3 safeties out there last night, and it'll be fun to see if he can make some plays and get after it. But yeah, so special teams, Greg Joseph. His job to lose. That's the only competition here. And he looked pretty damn good yesterday. So Jackpot Lesney, I bet he's up next.
I hope so. I was a little bit surprised last night. It was like a 4th and 1. We were down by, I think, 6 at that point. And you could have rolled up Paz Lesney there to try a field goal. And they went for it. And we didn't get it. But I'm like, that was a perfect time to let Jack have a kick there. It wasn't super long. It would have been like maybe a 48-yarder or something like that. So I don't know. I would have liked to seen Jack actually go out there and kick that in that situation last night.
Well, I think they had a plan where it was just going to be the Greg Joseph show, anyways. And maybe it's the Pod Lesney show next week. And if Jack Pod Lesney has a good game, they roll him back out there. But you know what? I forgot the rules.
Who you putting in?
I just signed Ryan Longwell out of retirement, one of the best damn kickers for the Minnesota Vikings ever had. So we are in good hands.
You're getting you really aged our roster here with your moves.
Kickers never get old. They can kick the shit out of the ball. So there's our 53. Let us know what you've done differently. A couple moves there, but just remember, Najee Thompson better be on your final 50. I'm rooting for this guy so damn hard I could explode all over the screen.
He's like what we thought Dan Chisena would be, but he can actually make the plays. He can actually make the plays. So
good. He's so freaking good.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful special teams work. It was like a Bob Ross painting. It was so beautiful.
Oh, all right. Let us know. Hit that sub button. Let's get 10K.
And remember this: intelligent men tend to be more faithful.